Hey, y'all, and welcome to the Align Your Marketing podcast. I'm your host, Chelsea Gardner, and this podcast is designed specifically for loan officers, real estate professionals, and business owners looking to simplify and align their marketing strategies. Each week, we will dive into tools, tips, and tactics that are going to help you stay consistent, visible, and ahead of the competition. From expert insights to actionable strategies, you will walk away with everything you need to streamline your marketing efforts and grow your business. Let's get started. Hey friend, welcome back to my podcast. Today, we are diving into a topic that I think is one of the most misunderstood. And it's all about meta ads, but the three biggest mistakes that loan officers make with meta ads. So whether you're already running ads or if you've been thinking about it, but you're feeling maybe like a little overwhelmed, then this episode is going to give you a little bit of clarity and probably save you a lot of time and money. So here's the truth. Most loan officers I talk to are either doing ads the hard way or they're doing things that are just flat out don't work anymore, or they're just not doing ads at all. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. It's just that honestly, no one taught you how to use meta tools strategically. And quite honestly, like if I even think about meta and meta tools and ads, there is no great resource for truly learning meta ads. Like I get it. I don't even know how I learned it. I've been doing it for gosh knows, like 10 years now at this point, but it's not like I went to school for marketing. I've got my master's and undergrad in marketing, but it's not like marketing taught me how to run Facebook ads. And not only that, even if it did 10 years ago, y'all, we know how fast social media changes. Meta ads are no different. So I'm going to walk you through the three biggest mistakes that loan officers make with meta ads and what to do instead so you can actually get results and on a small budget. So mistake number one, I'm going to dive right in. Mistake number one, boosting posts and hoping for the best. So many of my loan officer friends hit that little blue boost button. I know it's tempting. I get it. It's quick. It's easy. Makes you feel like you're doing something. But boosting is actually not the same as running a targeted, like goal-driven ad or campaign. So boosting a post just spreads awareness around without any strategy. And that could mean that you're spending money to be seen by people who have maybe like zero relevance to your business. So instead, what I want you to do is open up your Meta Ads Manager and actually create a campaign that aligns with like a very specific goal that you have, whether that's building visibility with your past clients, collecting leads, setting up a webinar, driving traffic to a home buyer guide that you have. You want to have that control over who sees your ad and why. So if you've been out there boosting post randomly and not seeing results, that's why. Also, I do know people are like, well, I boosted my post and I get like thousands of views. Sure, that's going to happen with a boosted post. But again, you want strategy around where you're spending money. So go into that ads manager, build that campaign with a clear target and purpose. And I think you might be amazed at the difference. So when you're making your calls, like let's say you're boosting your post and then you're running an ad specifically to your real estate partners and you're making your calls every week, they're going to talk about seeing you everywhere, more so when you are running a very targeted and purposeful ad directly to them than a boosted post that may or may not get seen by them. Okay. So vanity metrics versus strategy. Okay. Mistake number 2, targeting cold traffic with a buy now mindset. Woo. And when I say buy now, I don't necessarily mean like, well, I do mean it. I do mean it. Okay. So one of the mistakes that I see with loan officers targeting cold audiences, or what I like to call like the general population. So if I'm in the Tampa Bay market. So if I am running an ad to the Tampa Bay area, and just targeting people in general who I don't know or anything like that, and I'm hitting them right away with something like, get pre-approved now, or apply today, or call me right now, right? Y'all, that is just not going to happen 99.99% of the time, right? I mean, you might get somebody, but the actual process of them getting pre-approved now or applying is quite small if they literally have no idea who you are. So unless someone's like super warm, truly that just doesn't convert. And so if you are running to run a targeted cold traffic ad, then it really needs to be, again, going back to strategic. I'm not saying that you can't run these ads. I run these ads for my loan officers frequently, but you have to have a follow-up on the back end. It can't necessarily just be, oh, get pre-approved now. Because again, the likelihood of them getting pre-approved or going to the site and filling out all that information while they are currently on Facebook scrolling away, literally no idea who you are, is very slim. So there has to be a lot of follow-up on the back end, especially with cold traffic. You have to have drip campaigns. You need to have follow-up emails. They need to go into a database where you're sending out monthly newsletters or weekly emails. They need to be hit consistently for several days after they submit any form of interest in your ad. So there's a lot of back-end work that I know a lot of LOs don't have set up. So it's very difficult to see actual progress and actual conversions from something that is a targeted cold traffic with a buy now mindset. So instead, I want you to kind of start building that trust and familiarity. So again, using the simple visibility ads to stay in front of warm audiences. So I am a huge fan. I'm sure if you know me or you have been in my world, you know I love custom audiences. They are warm, y'all. Most of the time they are warm. So your past clients, your realtor partners, leads from your CRM that maybe you have spoken with, website visitors, people who have engaged with your pages, right? These are already people who somewhat know you. And even if you upload a list of realtors in your area that maybe you purchased or downloaded or wherever you got that list from that you've never worked with, it is still going to warm them up to you exactly who you want to be in front of. See, when you are targeting a cold audience, it's a little bit more difficult because you are in a special ads category. So a whole nother scenario that we'll get into, but you have to go into a special ads category, which significantly limits who and how you can target inside of those ads. So when you're like, oh, I want to run my ads to real estate agents and real estate agents only, or I want to run them to first-time home buyers that are over the age of 30 and an income over 150, like you aren't doing that. Okay. There's not a way to do that when you have to go into a special ads category. So this is where those custom audience lists come into major play. And when you show up consistently in front of them with helpful content, so tips, videos, explainer posts, whatever the case may be, you warm them up over time. And so then when you're ready to run a lead generation ad or promote something more direct, for example, maybe you're hosting a webinar for your real estate agents that you want them to sign up for, or maybe it is the end of the year or the very beginning of the year and you want to do a mortgage refresh for your past clients, right? They are more likely to take action because those individuals are now primed and ready, right? They are now primed for you and they are ready. So you don't necessarily have to convince them from zero because they already recognize and trust your name. And if you've been running consistent ads in front of them for the past 6 months or a year, when you ask for something, then it's going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to do that, right? I've been seeing him, I've been seeing her, like all of that. Mistake number 3
Oh, this is a good one. Giving up too soon. This one's huge. So I see so many loan officers run one ad for 5 days and not see instant results and then immediately decide ads don't work. But ads are working, you guys. You're just not measuring them correctly, or you're measuring the wrong thing way too early. So when you are running a visibility ad, and when I say a visibility ad, I'm talking about an awareness campaign inside of Meta. So a reach campaign that is going to your warmer custom audiences. You're building what's called brand equity. And you, my friend, are your brand, right? Just like I am my brand, you are your brand. So you are building yourself up. You are building that brand equity and you're building familiarity. So think about when you tell home buyers, buy a house, don't rent, because you're building equity. It's the same thing. You are building your brand equity when you are getting in front of these audiences consistently and not saying after 5 days, no one signed up. No one no one went in and got pre-approved. No one called me, right? That doesn't work, right? That doesn't always show up in the form of an instant form fill or a scheduled call. And so when you build familiarity, it's not necessarily always coming in that way. It's not coming in with that form. It's not coming in with an immediate call. It's not coming in with a booked appointment, right? It shows up in our long game. When someone finally needs a mortgage, and you're the first name that comes to their mind. When a real estate agent finally has a client, you're the first name that comes to mind. When your past client has a referral, you're the name that comes to mind and they know how to contact you. So instead of quitting after 5 days, right? I truly recommend running that low budget visibility campaign. Y'all, you can do this for $5 a day. You should be running these campaigns for, I would tell you a whole year, but at least 3 to 6 months minimum, because that's when the shift starts to happen. Yes, ads are immediate in the sense of who you want to be in front of right away compared to organic posting, right? Organic posting, it could take you years to get in front of the real estate agents you want to be in front of, whereas uploading a list and targeting them directly is literally when your ads get posted. That's when they start getting targeted. But the actual visibility and any form of, ROI in the sense of, oh my gosh, I see you all the time, or I see your face, or gosh, you seem to be everywhere. That takes time. Okay. And you really need to look at it from a long game, not a short game. So people need to see your name, your face, your brand, and then it starts to stick. And they need to see that consistently. Have you ever posted something 500 times and someone been like, I had no idea about that? And you're like, oh my God, I literally post about it every single day for 3 weeks. It's the same thing. People forget, people get busy, people don't see it. The algorithm can suck, all of those things, right? So with ads, it takes time for it to consistently get in front of them and to stick. And I guarantee you subconsciously it will work. That's when you might start getting DMs, right? I've seen your stuff, ready to talk. Or maybe while you're making your phone calls, you're like, man, I see you all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. And y'all, that's the kind of interest that you want, right? That's everything. So that's my spiel. That's my spiel. So let me recap real quick, because that was kind of a lot. So I want you to stop boosting posts, stop pitching cold, and for the love of all things, please stop giving up too soon. So Meta ads, y'all, they can work for you. They work for loan officers, but only if you work them the right way. And so if you're there okay, all right, Chels, this sounds great, but I have no idea how to actually build an ad or anything like that or what to post, I've got you. So I put together a totally free Meta ad guide. It will actually give you some ideas on ads that you can post. It will give you some prompts that you can use inside of like ChatGPT or any other tool that you might be using to help build some of those ad copy. All of that is inside of my free meta ad guide. So if you want to grab it now. You can go to fullyalignedlinks.com/meta guide. So fullyalignedlinks.com/meta, META guide. And you can get it right then and there. I'll also put it in the show notes in case you need it for a clickable link. But y'all, as always, thank you so much for being here. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love it if you would share it with another loan officer friend who is also tired of wasting money on ads or not sure that they're making these mistakes and they don't know what to do instead. So I would love that. But until next time, I'll see you then.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Align Your Marketing podcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode, and be sure to follow us over on Instagram at Fully Aligned Marketing. Also, we love to connect with you and learn more about you, so don't be afraid to send us a DM. Until next time, friends, we'll see you soon.